Hello guys, this is Dinah Draws. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to do a feel-good reading. A reading that will boost your confidence, boost your self-esteem, give you ego boost because those are always fun. Today is about what traits do people admire in you, or what traits are people envious of. So we have 4 groups. We have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Let's get in a little bit closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and as always, choose the card that resonates with you. Also, I did something a little bit different. I did it out. I call it an alphabetical message or the alphabet message. Basically, as you could see, these pieces of paper. I meditated on the groups, and it basically whatever letter popped into my head. I wrote down traits for that as well, so that's pretty cool. So we're gonna see. And yeah, let's go. Hello, group 1. Let's get started. So, what traits do people admire about you guys? You guys chose this. Let's see. So we have the message. I'm not sure if I should do the message first or the cards, but let me just lay out the cards. Getting the sense that you guys have a very big heart. It's like you were put on this planet to teach people how to treat other people. You guys have been through a lot of transformation, and people actually admire that about you. They actually look up to you. Because I'm kind of hearing like you help people out with difficult situations in their life because you guys have been reborn again and again. You're very used to new beginnings and endings and things like that. So you understand the cycles of life very well. And I feel like people could sense that about you. And so people naturally gravitate towards you when they're going through something. I'm also getting the sense of you guys aren't afraid of change. Okay, those were just messages, intuitive messages that kind of popped out of nowhere. So let's get with the cards. So we have happiness, sanctuary, and kindness, okay? So what I'm feeling with these cards, kindness, okay? Like I said, you guys have a big heart, okay? People really just, they know that you're the type of person that will listen to them, okay? They know you're going to listen to them when they have a bad day or if they need someone to talk to. You guys are usually the person that they think about the most. And with sanctuary, I'm feeling like they feel like you're a safe haven for them. So you know how like some people could create safe havens out of like a spot? I feel like people will unconsciously see you as their safe space, basically. Like your sanctuary to them. Or it can even be that you guys have a very gentle and very, I'm hearing gentle, like kind, ethereal, a very just soothing presence. It could be a physical appearance, but I feel like it's more of an energy. And it's an energy that you don't realize you're giving off. But I feel like because of your really big heart, people are just, like I said, they naturally gravitate towards you. And exactly. So with this sanctuary, they feel like they could renew themselves. So you may not know this, but when people talk to you and you talk about their problems and all this stuff out, you know, you're basically doing the Queen of Cups. They actually feel rejuvenated by you and they feel re-inspired. And that's why they keep coming back, because they thrive off of, after you help them out, they actually thrive. So we have happiness. People really admire your positive outlook on life. You guys can be either happy-go-lucky, or like I said, you've been through so much that you decided to choose positivity. You're like, oh, life is not all that bad, okay? Things do happen, but, you know, shit happens, and I have to learn how to see the happiness in small things. I feel like you guys, oh wow, that's crazy. I'm saying these things and I'm not reading the cards, but it basically says immense delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. So yeah, I feel like you guys are the type to, I'm hearing like having a dinner with a friend, going to the park, having just a nice day with weather. Like you enjoy those small simple things, even someone bringing you like some donuts, or you just, you know, you're appreciative of the small things, and people really love that about you. Because I'm hearing some people, they're like, I can't do that. um and that's actually pretty difficult to maintain that happiness all the time. But like I said, because you're so familiar with the rebirth process, you guys may be Scorpios, or you may be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh my god, my head. Where's my head at? Yeah, you guys may be a water sign, but I just feel that you guys are no strangers to life. Like, it's like you've been through everything. And you guys are very intuitive, okay? We're coming up with a high priestess as well. Water signs are usually really intuitive. But again, you have this higher wisdom and higher your energy is actually more elevated than you think it is. You guys are old souls, and one of your past lives, I'm feeling you may have been maybe a priest, but I'm hearing you may have been a spiritual leader and a spiritual teacher. If you're not doing that in this life, you definitely were doing that in a past life, and that energy is it's already here in this present lifetime. But I feel like you guys have a lot of wisdom, and I'm even hearing some of you haven't tapped into that wisdom yet, and some of you have. So it's like you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teachings. And I'm also feeling like you do this effortlessly. Like you do this effort. You're just like, I'm just trying to be a nice person to people. I'm not trying to do all this, but again, it's what people admire. So sometimes what people admire is not necessarily what we can see ourselves, right? And also too, what's interesting is a past relationship here. So I'm reading this intuitively. This has nothing to do with your love life, okay? But what I'm hearing, I feel like past life relationship, you attract a lot of people who you've met before. And also the people who are attracted to you are people you've met before. I'm hearing you have a really good rapport with people, whether you've met them for a few minutes or not. Like, people just feel really close to you quickly. And people really like you. What they admire about you is that they feel like you get them. Even, like I said, if you don't know them for a long time, they're like, you really understand me. Like, you really get me. So with past life relationship, a past life connection, I'm getting the sense that people come to you also because they feel like they're talking to an old friend. Like I said, your communication is very soothing. Like, it's not necessarily subtle. It's just very kind, right? I'm hearing you guys treat people the way you want to be treated, with kindness and everything else like that. But you're naturally just a born giver. You guys are just very kind-hearted. Let's move on to the alphabet messages. So we had G, C, and F, okay? So we have G, gracious, grateful, gifted. Yes, absolutely. Gracious, grateful, gifted. Gracious ties into the happiness, what I said, right? I feel like you guys are very grateful for what you have, because there was a time in your life where you didn't have anything, or you didn't have much. So you don't take anything for granted. That's where the gratefulness, yeah. And then the gifted is, like I said, you have amazing intuitive abilities. And you can read people very well. Caring, here we go with the kindness, and collected. The Queen of Cups is somebody, she is emotional, but she is someone who's very calm, cool, and collected. People really admire that about you. I'm hearing in dire situations, you actually keep your cool. You actually don't express your anger either. Most people don't know when you're angry. They don't know if you're angry, because you're very emotionally balanced, and you have a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like an equilibrium. So you keep your emotions under wraps. Thank you. Okay. Then we have forgiving and friendship. So like I said, I love how all this ties in. That's awesome. But yeah, they really admire your friendship because you really understand them, and you're also very forgiving, and I think that ties in into the kindness. You're very forgiving of people, and I'm also hearing that you do give second chances because you understand that life has given you second chances, and you want to just be fair to others. And people really value that because not everybody is forgiving, okay? Some people are very cutthroat. So we have this last card, which is freedom, independence, and self-determination. So people love the fact that you walk to your own beat, okay? People love the fact that you do not allow anyone else to define you. They love the fact that you do not follow the status quo, okay? You're someone who goes off on their own and you're not afraid to be alone. And I'm also feeling because of your independent energy, you've encountered a lot of things in your life that has definitely shaped you into becoming more independent. Maybe a time you were once codependent on someone and you broke out of that. And whoever's around you, like a close friend or family, and they know about this, that's something that they really love and admire about you. Like, oh wow, she was able, to get out of this situation and make a name for herself or something like that. Or, I'm also hearing too that people really love the fact that when you guys go out, you allow them to have their own hobbies. Or this could, I'm even hearing in a partnership, you allow your partnership, you allow your partner to have their own hobby in their own life, okay? You understand individuality, and that's very important to you. And I'm going to reiterate this because it's very important. Because of this, people really love your friendship because you understand them. And if anybody has betrayed you guys, or you're not friends with anyone anymore, best believe 110% they regret it. Alright, so yeah, that was your reading, and thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope this gave you an ego boost. Maybe you learned some stuff about yourself you didn't know, or even just how people see you and you didn't know. That's always nice. It's always a nice surprise. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and until next time. Hello, group 2. First of all, we have these earrings here. Oh, sorry, where's the camera? There he goes. These pair of earrings. So you guys may really like to dress up. I'm hearing that people really like your sense of style and your fashion. And some of you may really be connected to nature. Yeah, interesting. Alright, so we're going to move on. We have our alphabet message. Let's move on towards the cards. Also, too, I don't really have a set for like a format with my readings, like a pattern. I just do whatever I feel I need to do. But I just feel like you guys have a really good sense of style. Like, you guys may not even like shopping, but the clothes that you pick out, like, they're on point. On point. Okay. Just give me a minute. First off, I'm getting you guys are very spiritual. You value your quiet time, okay? You value your space. People sense that about you, and they like that. You guys may come off as a bit aloof at times, but that's only because you're very, you're a self-starter. I'm getting boss energy, okay? Like, you guys, like, from the ground up, okay? You build yourself up. You're a self-builder. You motivate yourself. You know that you're spiritually guided. Like I said, you're very spiritual. You know that you're spiritually guided. So you're not afraid to take risks. You guys have a lot of changes, metamorphoses, and everything like that. And it's actually empowered you. So what people admire about you, you empower people. You're a self. You empower yourself, which in turn empower others. Okay, so that was the intuitive message. So let's get into the cards. You guys may also like to daydream, okay? I don't know why I got that. Anyway. Okay, so what I'm feeling is gratitude here. Gratitude. Be grateful for abundance, for what you have. You guys are very grateful. People really love the fact that you don't take them for granted. They love the fact that when they give you a gift, you use it. Or when you give someone, when someone gives you something, it means a lot to you because you're grateful for what people give you. You're grateful for what you have, and you also understand that in order to be grateful, that's how you attract more things in your life. And I'm also feeling that a lot of people admire the fact that your graciousness your graciousness attracts abundance. You may not know, but there's actually people almost envy how much good you bring into your life, is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's start with the cards then. So we got the gratitude. I'm getting healing, okay? You guys have definitely healed from a lot of different things. This could be healing from an ego, your ego. I'm also hearing from criticism, yeah. Now, okay, so change, healing, it's very interesting. Okay, basically, people really admire the fact that you guys are someone who like, you're like waves, okay? I don't see any water here, but you're like the waves. You guys go with the flow of change. Like, you allow change to basically change you. You're not resisting it, and you just go through with the flow. And also to the healing part is what people feel about you. So they feel like you're a very nurturing person. When you're speaking, I'm hearing your communication style when you're speaking is very healing for others. You really help people figure their shit out. When people come to you, there's some kind of healing energy you guys have. You guys could be spiritualists. You guys could work in massage. There's something about healing. You guys have that power. And people really admire the fact that you're someone who's very patient with others, and exactly. So you're someone who's very patient with others, and you give your energy to other people. So it's almost like you guys get really invested in other people or in people who are close to you. But you don't just let anyone into your space, because we have sacred space. Sacred space, when you're cultivating a space for yourself, it's like pickiness, right? Because you're like, no, I'm not going to let that energy in. So I'm getting the sense that you guys are picky, but you're very, what's the word? Come on, English word. What is the word? Like, you have a really good discernment of deciding what to allow in your space. And people sense that. They know that about you. They're kind of like, oh, this person, no, you can't just go up to them and think everything's gonna, you can't just go up to them and be their friend, is what I'm hearing. Like, you have to prove yourself. So you guys can have a hard shell. Take time for the dreamer in you. Find your power and stillness in your sacred space is the peace you seek. You're also very peaceful. You guys may meditate as well. Yes, so there's some kind of stillness, some kind of peacefulness that people admire about you. And when they get closer to you, they surprisingly are healed. Or they feel this soothing, healing energy, okay? And like I said, you guys are invested. So people could actually feel the energy and time that you put into them. And that's something very, very attractive. And now we do have energy force. Life force is flowing. Open yourself to receive. So yeah, in terms of energy, so this isn't just like you guys have a lot of energy. I mean, you may have a lot of energy. If you do, I'm completely jealous because I get zapped all the time. Or I'm hearing you guys are very protective of your energy, right? So this ties in with the sacred space. So people actually like the fact that you're not someone who allows everybody in all at once all the time. They actually kind of like the fact that they have to jump through hoops to be with you, or to have your time, okay? You take your energy very seriously. And I'm also hearing, so you may be people who do protect their energy, or some you notice people who take away your energy, and that's why you create a sacred space for yourself, you know, in order to recharge and things like that. You guys are also very imaginative, and I'm getting some creative energy flowing as well. So you guys may draw, do music, you may paint, you may make jewelry or something like that, right? Make jewelry, or you're just very creative. I'm hearing you're very good with design and color coordination and things like that. Okay. You're very receptive. People really appreciate the fact that when you listen to them, they feel like you're actually listening to them. I'm hearing you're a good conversationalist as well. Okay, interesting too. So you recharge in order for you to give back to other people, right? Because this is the receptivity card. So like I said, when I said people can feel that you've invested energy in them. And the reason is because you take the time out for yourself first to recharge your batteries so that you could give back to others, okay? And also I'm hearing with receptivity is that you're very easygoing when people get to know you. Because I'm not going to say that you guys, like I said, oh, you're super friendly and happy-go-lucky. You may be, but like I said, you are very picky with the people who are around you and who you allow to engage with your energy, right? That's not a bad thing. But like I said, you guys do appreciate your quiet time, and people really love the fact that there is a stillness about you. Not stagnant. I said stillness. Stillness is peacefulness. Finding your peace, finding your center, staying grounded. Some people really like the fact that you're a loner, or that you really like to meditate. But you're someone who's a very deep thinker. You contemplate things. I'm also hearing you guys think before you act, okay? You think before you act. Yeah, you see how she's like, shh. I'm also hearing you get answers with quiet time. You don't always have to be talking. And the people I feel like you may attract people who are either super talkative or who need to chill, who need to take a break. Maybe people who are really busy. And they admire the fact that you're someone who can like juggle it all. Like they're just like, wow, you're super busy all the time, but you take time out for yourself. And, you know, I wish I could do that, you know, that's what I'm hearing. Now we have bold. Unleash your adventurous side, take risk, and be daring. So the cool thing about you guys and what people really love about you guys is you're bold, okay? You may, like I said, some of you may dress provocatively, or you may just dress in a way that most people don't dress, or you're like, oh my god, look at those pants, and people, I'm not gonna wear those pants. You're like, well, I'm gonna wear those pants, and you rock it, okay? You have a very adventurous side to you, and you're not afraid. You're not afraid to take risks because you're so used to change. And I'm hearing that you guys actually thrive on change. You really like change. Change, like, I'm getting a lot of fire sign energy, which is interesting because we have the Queen of Wands. So you guys may be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And this is, like I said, this is some boss energy, okay? Queen of Wands is someone who, she is a go-getter. She's very ambitious. She makes her own plans, okay? Nobody pays her bills. She pays her own bills. And she has worked herself. She worked from 0 to 100, basically, okay? So I feel like with this energy, you guys, there's like a spark in you that a lot of people really love. And I'm also hearing you're a fun person to go partying with, you're a fun person to go out with, to travel with, you're a great companion. Also too, with the Queen of Wands, you guys also are quite nurturing, which maybe sound weird with the Queen of Wands, but she nurtures people in a different way. She nurtures people by giving energy to other people, okay? You guys may have an abundance of energy, or sometimes you may have spurts of it where you're just like, I just want to give everything to everybody, right? And people feel that warmth. Again, yes, warmth. You guys are very warm, very loving, and that's something that people also admire, okay? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. How interesting, right? Receive, receptivity, woo! So the really nice thing about you guys is that you're open to what life has to bring. You're very open-minded. You stay open to things. You don't close opportunities off. And people really love the fact that you give them a chance. They also feel very safe with you. Now, if you are somebody who has a really close friend and you love them, that friend knows that you love them. Like when you love hard. You guys are hard lovers. You don't take that lightly, and people really appreciate that. A lot of people feel very safe in your presence. It's your energy. The energy you exude is very accepting. So last card, before I get to the alphabet message, guide, a guide, mentor, trustworthy ally. So again, you may be a guide, mentor, or trustworthy ally to people, okay? People admire the fact that they could come to you and they can get wisdom, okay? They can get a really solid piece of advice. And they can also just learn something, or you're just someone to have on their side. They're like, this person, no, you have to have them on your side. Like, you don't want to upset them. You don't want her or him to go away, okay? Like, they know what a catch you are, it's what I'm hearing. A trustworthy friend. You're also, you take your friendship very seriously, and you don't break friendships or even relationships easily. You're very trustworthy. You're very dependable. And I'm hearing, like, for the long term, like, yeah, people really feel like, not that you're their twin, but they feel like they really have a true companion with you. True companionship. Just like, I know this person has my back. So you really have people back, which is just really beautiful energy. All right, group 2. So, here we go. We have happiness, hospitable, and hopeful. So again, you guys have a very light-hearted energy about you. I feel you're hopeful because you're grateful. Gratefulness leads to hope. Hope leads to gratefulness. Like I said, you don't take anything for granted, so you're always hopeful of things, of more, beautiful, positive things to come into your life. People really admire you because you have a very hopeful energy. When they're around you, they feel hopeful for the future. You're very hospitable, so I'm hearing that you guys care a lot about people's feelings. So it's like, if you're inviting your friends over, you're like, oh, do you guys have enough chips? Do you guys have enough something to drink? Oh, do you need a pillow for your back? Like, you're very hospitable. You're great hosts. You guys are very intuitive in reading others' needs. Very intuitive to other people's needs. And we have mercy, so you're very compassionate, and I'm feeling that's where this healing energy is coming from. You guys are very compassionate, and you understand, not necessarily that you're forgiving, but just have mercy on me. You understand humans very well. You understand human flaws very well. So you're able to have compassion for people who either have less than you or who turn out to be, assholes, or people who have negative traits, or people who have, I'm hearing narcissistic, They have big egos, attention seekers. So it's kind of like you guys have compassion towards people that a lot of people actually can't stand, which is a really powerful gift. So it's like you can tolerate more things than most people, if that makes sense. It was kind of a weird message, but yeah. You guys may in the past have been dealing with narcissists or people who are just all about themselves. I don't know why I got that. Next we have I, which is intriguing and, oh, interesting, invested, intriguing. So people find you guys very intriguing. They find you very mystical, or I'm even hearing secretive or mysterious. We have here secretive or mysterious. It's like alluring energy, and that is what attracts them to you. So invested, like I said, when you invest, you invest. When you love hard. You're the type of person to invest in everybody you meet. Now, not talking about investing like your entire life, but what I'm saying is that when people talk to you and they have a conversation with you, they truly feel like they were being heard. They truly feel like you understand what they're going through. Okay? They feel like, oh, she put so much time and energy and attention on me. They really love attention that you give them. People really love attention that you give them. All right. And that was it. That was really fun. I hope you guys also had fun and learned some stuff about yourselves. And I hope you also got an ego boost. You guys are awesome. And until next time, see you. Hello, group 3. Whoosh. Alrighty, let's get started. It's a lot of blue. First of all, there's a lot of very calming energy. You guys have a very calming presence. Yeah, people definitely feel safe around you. Alright, just give me a minute. There's a lot of blue and green energy. You guys are very balanced. There's some kind of, it may sound a bit silly, but there's some kind of magic to you guys. I'm trying to see if I could explain that any further. It's like some people feel like when they're around you, it's a fairy tale or it's too good to be true. Some people feel like you're too good to be true. Like, wait, does she really exist? Wait, can a person like this really exist? Yeah, so interesting. Like I said, magical. It's interesting. You guys have the ability. People really, I don't think people know this though, which is interesting. Or maybe they do and you're not aware of it. But when you look into someone's eyes, you can read them. You're very good at, like, a very good judge of character is what I'm hearing. You can see beyond what they're showing you. So if someone is like, okay, if someone is like bragging about themselves or whatever, and you know, you can just look at them in the eye and then they could feel like, you know, they're lying. If that makes sense. Like, but it's something that people admire. They admire your foresight. Yes, there you go. Foresight. That's the word I'm looking for. They admire your foresight. You're able to see things that aren't there, but they exist, if that makes sense. Okay, so that was an intuitive message. That was not part of, yeah, that came out of nowhere. It was just the energy of the cards. But again, like I said, some people believe that you're too good to be true. I hear, like, there's no. She's just such a good person. How can she exist? Okay, so with the Hermit card, you guys are people who really like to look deep inside yourself. You like to go off on your own and find enlightenment on your own. People really admire the fact that you're not afraid to be alone. You're like a lone wolf, and they really actually admire that because a lot of people can't do that. You're the type to go to the movie theaters by yourself, okay? You're the type to go to arcade by yourself and have a freaking blast. So what they really admire about you is that you're able to be at peace with yourself. You're not afraid of your own company. And let me tell you, that is something people these days in society can't do, okay? And I think that's the key to happiness, is being in tune with your own company. Wish fulfillment. You guys may be very lucky. And again, you may not know this, but people admire. There's some kind of luck, some kind of positive energy around you. I'm feeling like this is either the energy that you exhibit to others, or this is the energy that they see around you. But there's two sides to you. There's a happy side, there's more of a contemplative energy. And people actually do like that they like that contrast. You're also someone who's very in tune with your body. You're very in tune with your feelings. You're very in tune with energy. Appreciate and enjoy the lunar cycle. Lunar cycle and lunar lights. You guys may really love looking at the moon, staring at the moon. You may have crescent-shaped moon things. But in terms of what people admire about you, they really love how fluid you are. You just flow through life. Effortlessly. Even to you may be like, but I'm going through shit right now. Like, my life is hell, or I've been with all this stuff, and it's like, yeah. But what people admire, okay, is how effortlessly you make everything seem. That's why I feel like some people are like, there's no way that you exist. Like, some people, I'm just hearing very strongly that I'm hearing perfect, but you're not perfect. But some people put you on a pedestal. Yeah, a lot of people put you on a pedestal. I'm hearing too, you give a lot of wisdom. Like, you give a lot of, you say, the way you communicate in a way that people have not heard of. So they actually listen to your message more deeply than they do to other people in their lives, if that makes sense. Okay, so let your friends help you. You guys are an amazing friend. You love your friends. Your friends are like family to you. People really love the fact that you treat them like family, even though this is not a family card. I'm just getting a lot of very cheerful, a lot of acceptance. People really love the fact, so you're the type of person to accept people as they are. People they admire that you do not discourage them, or you do not judge them. You're very supportive and they can count on you. Yeah, you want to see your friends succeed, the people in your life that you love. You really love helping them elevate, and they really love that about you as well. Because I feel like, because with this friend, and she's helping her, you guys can see it here. Come on, camera. They're helping her with her hair and everything else like that. Like I said, you guys are just extremely supportive, and your friends absolutely love the fact that you consider them like family. I'm hearing that you would do anything for your friends. And I'm also hearing that your friends know how much you love them. You're an amazing friend. And anyone who I'm hearing who has friendships that have fallen off or things like that, it's probably the worst decision that they've made in their life. Yes, absolutely. So we have sorceress. You're a magical person. Haha, magical. That word magical. You guys are very magical because you manifest your desires. And the thing about you is that you will probably be like, oh, I want to travel. Yeah, I'm going to go to Italy. And then, people are like, oh, you're going to go to Italy. But then, you actually go to Italy. So you guys, your words manifest into reality. And people really admire that about you, that you mean what you say, okay? Like when Brianna says that she's gonna be there for my wedding, even if she's across the country, she will be there, okay? It's that kind of energy. Like they know you'll be there. And they also know that you manifest your own life. You guys are also the type to go off on your own. There's a very dreamy quality about you. You guys may have some Pisces or Cancer energy in you, but you guys really love to, I'm hearing practice manifestation, and you really love the law of attraction. You really love, people love the fact that you manifest things in your life. You understand that you're the person who controls your own life. And what the thing that you manifest, I just feel like some people are just like flabbergasted. They're just like, how did she do that? How did he do that? What? Like how are you able to go on these trips is what I'm hearing. That's something specific. That's funny. Yeah, you guys have really beautiful energy. You guys are just very lighthearted. You just want the best for everybody. Yeah, find your heart's rhythm. You guys may even be really good dancers. Some people may really like your body. The way you move your body. You guys may also, you may not know, but you guys may know. But you have a very central body shape, like the shape of your back. Like the curve of your back, I'm hearing, or the way you move your body is it's sexy, I'm hearing. People admire that. Like I said, you may be a dancer, or you just may know how, like I said, you may be very in tune with your body, how you dress your body, things like that. There's something about your body that people really admire. You guys may be in really good shape, or like I said, you're just very sensual. Interesting that I got that with dance. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. So, you guys are also you trust in faith, okay? You're very faithful. Some of you may be religious, but if you're not religious, you just trust that everything's gonna work out fine. And when people talk to you and when they get to know who you are, you really give them a boost. Like I'm hearing that I kind of want to be, like they want to be like you. They want to be able to go with the flow and just, effortlessly let life take them to wherever it may. Now with mercy, let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give, you also receive. So you guys are people who are incredibly compassionate. Okay, first of all, you're compassionate. I'm hearing you care about environment issues. People less fortunate, poverty, those kind of issues, animal rights. Like you guys are people who stand up for the underdog. And these are really good, there's like a give and take. You understand give and take. So in your relationships, instead of it being you give everything or you take everything or they take from you, you have very balanced relationships. Hold on, guys. My dog is whining, so let me go and take her outside. Come on. Alrighty. Sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, you guys are people who stand up for the underdog. And you have a really good understanding of give and take. Your relationships are very balanced. And your friendships last pretty long, too. Yeah. I'm hearing, too, your friendships are people that you've grown up with. Okay, so awareness. Like I said, there are signs and omens everywhere. Pay attention to the subtle. Look with new eyes. So, like I said before, remember I was talking about how when you look at people and it's like you know them? Yes, you have an acute awareness. People really admire the fact that you're very aware of things. So it can even be just being very observant. And I'm hearing too, like your friends love your advice because you're so observant, right? Because you've already observed the situation, you have already observed the people they're talking about or mentioning or whatever. I'm also hearing you're a good researcher, but when you're dishing advice, it's very logical, and people trust your advice and what you're saying because of your awareness, because you're so aware. They know. They're like, this person's not going to give me bad advice because he or she knows their shit. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so moving on, we have sacred space and home. So, create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. You guys may be very spiritual, but this is where this magical energy is coming into. I'm also hearing rainbow crystal, starseed, rainbow children, crystal children, starseed. You guys may want to look those up because that's definitely you. But yes, with this energy as well, with the sacred space, there's something very spiritual about you that people just can't put their finger on. They can't put their finger on, but they're so attracted to it. There may be a specific place, either intuitively or physically, that you guys go to meditate, pray, chill, some place. And when you come from this place, you're able to give back, if that makes sense. Absolutely, you're divinely connected. A lot of people feel like a lot of serendipitous energy about you. You may run into people from like high school or old coworkers and like, hey, you know, I'm hearing like some of you guys may like run into people often because of your magnetic energy. Sometimes you guys like unconsciously attract people. And like sometimes they're surprised that they bump into you. They're like, oh my god, I didn't know that I needed you in my life right now. So we have Vesta. Your household situation is improving, either through a move or healthy change in the occupancy. So in terms of home, because I'm reading this intuitively, you make people feel at home. People feel at home in you, with you, or they really like your home. They admire your home. I'm hearing they admire the decorations in your home. They admire the really soothing, nurturing, therapeutic energy in your home. And if this is not a physical home, this is just the energy that you give off. The home is you. A lot of people may feel at home with you. The reason I think that they feel at home with you is if you could see her eyes. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. Camera, come on. I gotta show her eyes. She's looking very intensely. Whatever. But she's looking very intensely, okay? These two, both of these, they're both looking. You could see they're both looking at us. Well, she's looking this way, she's looking that way, but they're both looking at something, okay? And I'm feeling it's tied in again with that awareness, with you seeing me. I'm hearing you see me. You see me for me. And that's what I love about you. You guys are also very homey people. You may be homebodies. You really like to chill at home, Netflix and stuff, and you like to cook at home. You guys are also great mothers as well, if you are mothers. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the alphabet messages. Supportive, seeker, silly, spiritual. Haha, interesting. So yeah, supportive, like I said, supportive with your friendships. A seeker. You guys are seeker of truths. You're always like, I always feel like spiritually, you guys are always elsewhere. Like, you guys may have really crazy dreams of being in, like, different dimensions. Or I'm hearing that when you guys sleep, like, you're, like, you guys are always traveling when you're sleeping. You guys are silly, and so there's a playful side to you. Okay, there's a side that's just like, come on, everything's fine. Don't worry. People really love your positive energy. You're very silly. You're very playful. We have protective. Yeah, very protective of the people around you. I'm also getting the sense with the home. Like I said, if you are a mother, if you guys are mothers, you're very, very protective of your children and the people you love. I also got prevent. And then after that, it says foresight. Oh my God, that's crazy. It says good foresight. Wow, I always love when everything connects. But when it says prevent and foresight, like I said, you guys have a talent that you see things before it happens. So that is some kind of psychic ability. But with your eyes, like, you see things that aren't there yet. You know when things are going to happen. So you're cautious enough to set yourself up for success, right? So, if I could give an example, it's kind of like if you know you have a test, you're the type to study, a few times, you know, like you're the type to study, 4 hours Monday, 2 hours Tuesday, 3 hours, right? You're the type to study throughout the week so you could be prepared for the test. What you do, you prepare for things. People love that about you. If you are married, I'm hearing your husband, they really love the fact that you're like, that you have their back. Like, that you've calculated everything and you're like, you prevent disasters from happening, okay? Because of your foresight and because you're so aware of everything. E, engaged. Engaged in an enigma. Mystery. Oh my God, it ties in energy. I love that. So yeah, you guys are very engaged. So people, when you're talking to people, they feel very wanted by you, I'm hearing. And you're just very engaged in your life. Engaged with, with the people in your life. You put a lot of time and energy into the people in your life. Enigma, like I said, you're a mystery. Like I said, you're very magical. No one could figure you out because you're not from this dimension. Energy. Your energy, like I said, there is some kind of magical energy about you. You may also be able to... People love the fact that you could read their energy. So there's this Japanese phrase that is very useful, and everybody uses it. It's basically kuki yomeru hito, which is someone who could read the room, someone who could read the energy. So I would call you guys kuki yomeru hito. Kuki yomenai hito is people who can't read the room, right? So they're the type to be like, they'll walk in the library, hey guys, I'm here. And it's just like, dude, why are you yelling? Like, it's a freaking library, right? So people really love the fact that you're able to read their energy, right? And I'm hearing like you guys are very socially aware. You have very good manners. People like to invite you out because you know how to act, like you just are very what's that English word? Spectacular. It's very upright. Okay, you're a very upright person. You hold yourself to a high regard, and people really admire that about you. Okay. Whew, those messages were kind of hard to get out, but I'm so glad I did. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I hope this boosted your ego in some way or entertained you in some way. Thanks so much, and until next time. Hello, group 4. I don't know why I started singing. Group 4, you guys may really like singing. People really like your voice. I think people, yeah, I'm hearing people really like your voice. You're also quirky. You're quirky. Whoever chose this, you guys are very quirky, okay? This is kind of like the weirdest candy I think I've ever eaten, to be honest with you. then let me go and let my dog in real quick. Alright, I'm back. So give me a minute. Let me read these cards a bit. Lately, with all the reading, I've started out with some intuitive message that would just pop up out of nowhere. So, give me a minute. You guys are very affectionate. People really admire the fact that you don't judge them for the mistakes that they've made, for the lessons that they've learned. There's a real camaraderie people feel with you guys. They really admire the fact that you are the definition of a true partner. You guys are very loyal and very faithful partners. Very dependable. You're also really good with money. No one could get anything past you, is what I'm hearing. Like, it's hard to maintain secrets with you because you're gonna find out. And it's funny because, like, you may not find out in the physical sense, but, like, intuitively, you'll know. Interesting. So, we're going to start out with Aphrodite, inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, appreciating your divinity. You guys have, I'm hearing divine masculine. People really admire, well, most people don't even know what divine feminine is. I'm sorry, I meant to say divine feminine, not masculine. Most people don't know what a divine feminine is. But what people do admire about you is your femininity, okay? I don't know if I said that word right. That's a really hard word to say, you know. But there is something very feminine, very womanly about you. It could be your shape. It could be your hair. I'm getting physical appearance. You guys may be very beautiful. Just very attractive. Have like curvaceous, I'm hearing curvaceous, curves. I'm also hearing butt, makeup. Your womanly side is what people really admire about you. I'm hearing your physical appearance is really pretty. Like, you guys are very gorgeous. You may have, like, wear a lot of jewelry or necklaces. You like to, like, do your hair. You really take care of your hair. You take care of yourself. You appreciate just beautifying yourself. You guys are also very in touch with your ancestors. You're very in touch with who you are as a person. Intuitively, I feel like you know where you've been and you know who you want to become, if that makes sense. And what I mean by you know where you've been is I feel like you guys already know your past lives. You're very in tune with your past life. Your past lives are an infancy, like your past life. There's some energy from your past life that is in this present lifetime. I'm also hearing just like group one, but you guys may also attract people from your past lives. A lot of people from your past life. Yeah. Because we have partnership. So there's some kind of partner. So yeah, the people in your life, you've definitely met them before in a different lifetime. But the nice thing that people really love with you is, like I said, you give them a chance to redeem themselves, and they really love the fact that you give them a chance to grow. You understand that life is hard, and you understand people need time to grow, so you're very patient with other people. And you like to work together. You guys aren't someone that necessarily, well, you don't mind flying solo, but you really are, like I said, the definition of a partner, okay? You are the epitome of a partner, okay? Partnership is something very important to you, and people love your partnership. They love when I hear that they love when they're physically close to you as well. They love when they're physically close to you, when they're touching you, when they're hugging you. Any affection you give them, people thrive off of that, and that's something that they admire about you as well. So for partnership, working together, touch each other's hearts while life lasts. So you guys really do touch the heart of people. There's this quote. It's like you leave footprints on people's hearts. So people who you maybe fall out in contact with or haven't talked to in a very long time, they remember you. You leave a lasting impression. And I'm hearing that you guys don't really realize that, but you guys actually leave a lasting impression on people, and they don't forget the kindness you've shown them. Shown them. I really need to practice English, huh? Another thing is that the adversity you've been through, your challenges, is what makes you sexy. I don't know why I'm getting the word sexy, but like I said, I think you guys are freaking hot, okay? Either that's the energy you exude, or like, your guys' energy is very attractive. Oh, that's so funny. And I'm hearing like some people get butterflies around you. That's funny. But anyway, see the gift and challenge. No, one can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. So you guys, people also admire the fact that you're not someone to go back to a lesson and relearn it, okay? You know how some people, it's like, you just don't learn your lesson, huh? You just want to do this over and over and over again. You guys, you're like, nah, I learned that lesson and I'm not going back. And people really admire the fact that you are very realistic in your approach to life when it comes to that. Like, when you learn something, you've learned it and you move on, okay? That quality of moving on and having the wisdom, from learning from your mistakes and things like that is what people really love. And I also think that's why you guys are kind to people who have really fucked up, okay? I'm just gonna say it out like that. If they've really fucked up, you guys are the people to give them redemption. You give them a chance to redeem themselves. Ouch. And you've definitely just learned so much about yourself from the adversity that you've been through. Your adversity, I'm hearing you guys like were grown out of the dark, meaning that there's definitely been a dark moment in your life. Maybe you can think of one, like a significant one, and that was a humongous transformation. That was a huge karmic cycle that you went through, and you've come out stronger and stronger than before. And you're no longer afraid of storms. I'm hearing there's a very you have a bravery. Like, you're the type to be like, I just got the image of someone standing in the middle of a hurricane, even though you shouldn't do that. But that's the kind of energy I'm feeling. You're like, I'm not afraid of anything anymore. What I went through was probably the worst thing. I've hit rock bottom. I can't go any further. All I could go is up. That's what I'm hearing, okay? So yeah, you've been through a lot of cycles in your life. And you surrender. You're really good at surrendering and letting go and just becoming. You're really good at allowing life to shape you. And I feel like a lot of people are envious at the fact that when you're going through something really difficult, you don't stay there for a long time. You actually, it's not quickly, but you get up sooner than they expected, right? So it's like, oh my God, she just broke up like 6 months ago and she's already living her best life, right? It's that kind of energy. Now we have leap of faith, okay? Take a risk and put your heart, true desire into action. Like I said, you guys are very bold, okay? You guys are very trusting and surrendering. You surrender. You're not afraid to surrender. You know when to surrender as well. Right? The reason I say that is because of discernment. Discernment is knowing when to jump and when not to jump, right? When to shop and when not to shop. When to spend money, when not to spend. Like, that's discernment. You have a really good sense of timing. See the truth of the situation, use common sense, and do not be fooled. Pay attention, your intuition knows. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, nothing gets over you guys. You know. Like, no one has to say anything. You'll just be like, hey, did you overspend today? Why am I getting the sense that there's something wrong with the car? You know, something like that, right? And you guys are truth seekers. You're very honest as well. People really like the fact that you give it to them straight. If they're asking for your advice, they know that they're going to seriously get what it is that they need to hear, whether they like it or not. You also have a really good sense of common sense. Like you guys just kind of piece together things really easily. And no one can get over you. Yeah, like just no one could get, like, no one could scam you because, I'm sorry about that. No one could scam you or anything like that. Like, you don't allow people to make you look like a fool. That's what I'm hearing. That's funny. You're like, I'm a fucking goddess. That's really funny. But yeah, people know not to mess with you, okay? There's like a don't mess with me vibe. Like, I've been through all this stuff and I've come out stronger and I know what's up. So yeah, that's what I'm hearing. It's hard. Like, people know that they can't trick you because you'll know, or you already know. I'm hearing some people are scared of that. But you know, the people who are afraid of that are not the ones who fuck with you anyway. Why are you afraid of my discernment? You feel me? Like, that's something that is important. You shouldn't be trying to get one over me anyway, so why do you feel like that? You feel me? So yeah. Interesting. I said you feel me. I haven't said that at all for any of the readings. Maybe that's something you guys really like to say, or you guys speak very casually. So we have receptivity. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. So receptivity. When you're speaking with people, they're very receptive of your energy. They're very receptive to what it is that you're saying. So I'm hearing like either all eyes on you or I've heard what you've said. So people feel like they're being heard with you, but also too, you're very open to what others are saying. So it's like you're open to new perspective and shifting your ideas and things like that. Yeah, and so you're someone who is not afraid to like think differently, I'm hearing. Okay. Let me see if I can get any more information from this card. You guys are also very generous. I'm hearing you treat people the way they treat you, okay? You're very open to new opportunities. You're very open to just new experiences, new ideas, and new things. I'm hearing you guys really like to learn as well. You're very self-motivated. You're very inspired. You allow inspiration to come to you. You're receptive to like different types of energy. Now we have the queen, not the queen, the Two of Cups. This is soulmate energy. A lot of people feel like you're their soulmate. Okay? Now, soulmate is not necessarily romantic, but people feel like a really deep connection with you. You really understand them. Yeah, like you have really good rapport with people around you or with people in your life. Like a deep understanding. You guys make just excellent, like if you're a wife or a husband, you guys are the best partner anyone could have. Like I said, you're also really good with money. You hold on to your resources. You're not someone that is just going to freely give their energy, their money, their time, anything to somebody, okay? Like, because like I said, this discernment. You know when to give your time, energy, and money to things, right? You know when to try something new. You know when to hold back. You know when you should be a little bit more protective over your stuff. So you have a really good sense of timing, and I feel like a lot of people know, they really admire that about you, and some people know that about you. Like, oh no, she's not going to do that. It's not the right time for her. She knows. Oh, she knows. You don't have to worry about her. She knows. They know. It's like people intuitively know that you're intuitive, which is pretty cool. Okay, now let's start with the okay, so let's start with the messages here. Alphabet. I got perfectionist too. Yeah, so when I was shuffling the cards, I kept like redoing. Let me show you, if I could show you. Perfectionist came out. I felt like group 4. You guys are people who like things. You like things put in a certain place, and you don't like it like moved. Like if I put this here, don't move that here. Put it right here. Make it stay here. Like you know, like you have a very specific way you like things. But I kept doing with these cards here, right? And then like the cards would go blah, and I'd be like, no, that's not, no, that's not good. No, I don't like the way that fell. I kept doing that, and I was like, someone's a perfectionist, because I've never done this before. So yeah, you guys are perfectionists. You have a certain way that you like things, and actually people admire the fact that you are, because when you're a perfectionist, it leads to a lot of I'm hearing like high scholar, I'm hearing business, professional stuff. So it's kind of like when you guys are doing something, whether you're writing, typing, whatever you're doing, you're a perfectionist, and people admire that because the end result is amazing, right? Like, oh, I understand why she was so anal about this. Like, the end result is great. That kind of energy, okay? Oh, alrighty. So we have T, talented, talkative, but shy. So you guys are very talented. You guys have a lot of multi-talents, very multi-talented. But you guys are also a little bit shy, okay? So as beautiful as you guys are, like I said, you're a bit conservative with your energy, okay? Which is nothing bad. Everyone needs to protect their energy from all these energy vampires. A, ambitious, assertive, attention. So like I said, people like the attention that you give them. They like seeking attention from you. They also admire, either you're someone that attracts a lot of attention because you're so damn beautiful. You're a goddess, right? There's attention given to you. Or people give you a lot of attention. You're very assertive, so you stand up for yourself, right? I also feel like because you've been through a lot, you're not going to allow anyone to trample over you anymore, or again. You're very assertive, so when you're not a pushover, like I said, you can't be fooled, and people cannot get one over you. Then we have K, kingdom, which is interesting. Kingdom came up. You guys are your queen. You guys are your own queen and king because you're a goddess, right? Goddess energy. Goddesses live in... Actually, I don't really know where goddesses live. Do they live in kingdoms? I really don't know. Goddess to me is a spiritual being that is just energy. But kingdom is just, like I said, you guys run your shit, okay? So you have a home, you run that home. You guys wear the pants, okay? Those are your pants. No one can take those pants away from you. You're like, no, this is my kingdom, okay? This is my kingdom. Like I said, right? He's like, this is my kingdom. This is my stuff. Don't touch. You see all this stuff in the back? Yeah, I built that stuff. Don't touch it. Like, he's protective over his kingdom, okay? All right, so kingdom, kindness. You guys are also very kind as well, okay? So even though you may have some kind of prickly energy about you, or I'm getting like the visual of, you know, like those really big doors and like those castles where they just boom, they close. That could be you guys. And then when people open the doors, they're like, oh, they're so kind and generous and lovely. Oh my God, you know. And then we have karma. So you guys have really good karma. There's a lot of good karma that you've experienced in your life, but I'm also feeling that there's a lot of karmic energy in your life as well. Things that have happened in your life, whether they be good or bad, have been very karmic. And like I said, karmic, soulmate. There is karmic. You guys pull in a lot of karmic people. okay? So this could be like this could be relationships, your friendships, or anything like that. But your friendships, your relationships are very karmic. They're meant to be. They're destined. Okay. It could even be that the people that you attract are very karmic. It could be partners to you, or there's like a partnership. There's a lot of fated energy, a lot of destiny is what I'm hearing. Hold on, I'm not gonna leave off that thought because there's a message that's trying to come in, but it's coming in sideways, and I'm like, what are you? I can't understand that. Give me a minute. About karma. You guys also are really big believers in karma. There's a lot of stuff you don't do because you're like, oh my god, I don't want to get bad karma. Which is good though. Because karma sucks, okay? Karma's a bitch. Karma's a double-edged sword. Either it's good or it's not. Yeah. Karmic events, fated events. A lot of fated things that have happened in your life. Oh, you have a lot of karmic partnerships as well. These partnerships has taught you how to stand up for yourself. Because you used to be someone who used to say yes too much. You used to be either a pushover or someone who's too nice. Yeah, it's like you guys have grown immensely. You guys have just grown immensely. You're no longer the same person that you ever were before. And I'm feeling like the karmic people who may be coming in may like be people from your past, and they're like, who, like, you're a different person. Like, I don't know who this is. Like, I don't know who this goddess is. Like, you weren't a goddess before. You know, you have to get to this goddess energy. You feel me? Like, you gotta level up. And some people really admire that about you. And if it's people from your past who are feeling very like salty, it's like they admire the fact that you've leveled up and that you've transformed, but they're also like envious of it. Interesting. Very interesting last message. Haha. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a really fun reading for me. I hope that this gave you guys an ego boost, any kind of confident boost. You guys are absolutely gorgeous. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, see ya.